Hi, welcome back to my channel. I know people are getting back into school and everything right now, so I kind of just wanted to talk to people, motivate them, and give my personal perspective, story, experience a little bit here. Hi, I'm Alicia IE, Alicia J, the walking, talking baby doll, and hopefully I'm here to give you a good day or a better day. Okay. So, pretty much this video is about is the college and college experience still worth it? Based off of like the economy, and this conversation is a little bit more, I guess, for the girlies who are trying to like elevate and change their life and boss up, things like that. You're trying to look into finance, working, take your life a little bit more in a stable direction. So just to get it out the way, do I think college is still worth it? Well, my answer would be, I believe college is still worth it only for certain people and people who have a precise plan on how they choose to do college. And I appreciate that there are more people who are coming out about how to do college the right way, whereas most of us, we may or may have not had these discussions with counselors and people around us. So I kind of want to be a part of that conversation, because the job market thing and the oversaturation of all of us coming out of college or finishing college and all this type of things is to be talked about. I don't talk about it much, but I am currently a student myself, so I slightly understand the things, and I'm pursuing multiple degrees, things like that. So just want to give that perspective, and that I'm not a person who doesn't know anything about college life, college experience, chasing the degrees and things like that. So what do I mean when I'm talking about for a certain type of person? Okay, so we're going to break down the entire sentence. I specifically said it like that for a reason. The type of person that would benefit from college, one, I'm going to give it to the people who have been sheltered. Okay, definitely go to college. I'm not sure if I'll have any children of my own, so I'm happy I get to give this to younger people. Because if I did have kids, I always said I would force them out of the house. Like, you're going to college, you're getting out of here away from me, and it's your time to shine, That's not necessarily something that I can identify with, because I had to caregive. Well, I didn't have to, I made the decision to, and my life's a little bit different than most people, and obligations. And if you have the freedom and no responsibilities, even if you do have some responsibilities dealing with other people and family members at home and stuff like that, and you're about to turn 18, 19 and go to college, I just want to tell you right now, give you permission. There is nothing to feel guilty about if you leave, if you go and do your new journey, your new pursuits. I'd rather you do that than have to learn how to have boundaries and move on, move forward, not be sheltered, not be dealing with social anxiety, mental health issues, because you can't figure out why you feel so like late in the game, like you're a late bloomer and stuff like that. I'd rather you avoid that and learn how to live more like for yourself. Okay, so if anyone like that is listening, please know that I am telling you right now, don't feel guilty. Those people's responsibilities are theirs. They're not yours to carry. I know you may feel like you want to help, and you can help from a distance. It will be fine. It will be okay. Live your life. I'm not telling anybody what to do, but I'm just at least saying, devise a plan that also caters to you living your life. Something that you feel comfortable with, where you could be a part of the people you love and care for, but still living your life. And if it's too much of, your family back at home and stuff taking up space, that's gonna mess you up. That's gonna mess up. Or you're gonna have to make that up because you cared an awful lot about others than yourself. So you gotta take care of yourself than others. So that type of person, I'm telling you right now, it may hurt you leaving home and all this kind of stuff and all the responsibilities that you could think about that you may feel obligated to do or whatever. Find someone else to do it and just do the best you can to distance yourself and get into your adult, finding yourself and stuff. So for the shelter people, I think that college is a much needed experience to be around different people. If you've never been around different races of people, it might be your time to be around different races of people. Just being in the college atmosphere. So those of you that education is life, you love education, you love being a part of the conversations, you love over exceeding, good with your GPA and stuff like that. College is going to be a little bit different unless you've taken college level courses, AP courses or whatever. Then you might understand kind of what college is like. There are some programs that do allow students to go to college, take college courses at the college. So if you understand what college is like and you like it and you feel like you can pace yourself, manage your time, and you're punctual and organized in that right, I would recommend these set of people go to college. The next set of people that should go to college is people who are well skilled, or you want to focus on one skill, and you also want to elevate your network to where you can merge into the staying in the same industry, but going up the ladder to where your job starts maybe at like a blue collar job, and then the hands-on stuff you kind of let that go and scale up to a white collar job within the same industry. If you can make moves like that and plan out a 5-year plan, 3-year plan based on an essential skill set, and I could list a few on the screen because I don't want to come up with it just out of my mind, but stuff in healthcare is like essential. Construction is really essential, and that'll always be a factor. Stuff like robotics, if you're worried about AI but you like sciencey stuff and robotics, if you want to do tech, electrician, things like that. Like, kind of find ways to focus on a particular skill set that's always going to be essential, can't necessarily be replaced by robotics. I'm going to do a job more thorough on this, the job things and what type of jobs maybe to look for, but as of right now, I'm just talking about college and school and education. So and a part of that video is going to be like how to do college to make it work for you as well. So and all, the best part about going to college for me is that it is tons of times where I've been in the classroom and I get exposed to new words, new concepts, different people's lives, different legalities, laws, things that I can recall that I've learned when it is time for me to know. So my dad, he passed away, okay, and there was some things that came up about my dad, things like how we were going to manage power of attorney and all these things, trying to set these things up so that we can kind of have more control over his finances and things. as he was declining. Okay, so we had hopes that he would pull through, but so we still needed access to his, finances properly and be able to make those decisions for him. And he had a stroke and stuff, so there were still some things from my business law class that I could explain to my family about mental capacity. So I could explain all of those things and legally, what we could do, what we couldn't do, things like that. Any problems, issues that we can run into, especially when it came to my dad being able to make his own decisions and things like this. So I still could remember those discussions that I had in business law. So a lot of people would say like college, like it's not worth anything. It is very valuable, because the conversations that you're going to have in a room full of people who are coming there to be in the energetic space to learn from each other, network, grow together. Like, y'all are all kind of in this focused community of trying to grow and become more of an intellectual, grow more educated. So it could put you in rooms with people. There are tons of community building type of events that come with college that are not always open to the public, and connections that you can make. There's tons of opportunities that you could get involved with if you pay attention to the calendar. It's all about getting involved. And I would say college is also good for a person who is extremely extroverted too, and are like ENTJ, like extroverted but really organized and good with details. I think you would love college because it will challenge you in a way, intrigue you in ways. You could stay organized, and you could be a person who you accelerate, how many years of college you're gonna do. So you do, like, instead of 4 year, you probably can push your stuff all the way into 3 years. You'll like the organizations you may or may not want to get into. I know how some people feel about Greek life organizations, but there are plenty of other organizations and people to talk to. If you're a shelter, I'm going to tell you right now, really anybody listening to this, if you're going to college, plan on going to college, I want you to live on campus to maximize, like, all of this, like, because it's not just about these technical things. It's also about, like, socializing and having social skills, that knowing people who can fit you into jobs, and you not having to be like majority of people who are saying, I don't know anybody, I don't have any network, how do I rebuild this stuff by myself, essentially. And if you do college the wrong way, that can also be a possibility. So when you jump into college and you do college, just have that in mind. And but I would prefer you stay on campus so you could fully just jump into doing things and all this kind of stuff. Lastly, I would like to say a little bit on the technical end, don't do college if you cannot afford it. Absolutely. So doing college, make sure you check your financial aid. All right, this is really for the other video, but I'm just gonna put it in here and close it. Don't try to do all of this if you don't have the money to do this. If you could find ways to get the money to do this, don't try to take out tons of loans and all this stuff. I'm gonna tell you a shortcut right here, right now. Whatever you're talking about doing, make sure that it's a specific skill set that you can make tons of money from. Go on the websites. I'll try to find 2 of the websites and link them in the description that I got from actually a psychology course to help me think things through. Is really what she helped us do in that course. It was an online course, but go on that site, look at where you plan to live at in the next couple of years or whatever, after school, whatever. Look up how much you get paid for that particular job you're going for. Look up jobs, research jobs that can effortlessly make you money. Something that you have interest in. So like if you have interest in makeup, don't just look into like making your own makeup, I don't know, something like that. Look into all the jobs surrounded around makeup. Did you know you could be like a cosmetic chemist? Things, just anything sciencey, technical. If you can't think of anything, you're not finding anything, go to ChatGPT and be like, what are the possible jobs? All the possible jobs that can come with tech, and give me like 50 options if possible. You have to use AI. As they're using it on us, we have to use it on figuring out what to do and kind of playing the same game. So use the tools that they've already made regarding that and figure out the answers. And then figure out how much money it's going to take. Once you say, okay, I like this, it makes enough money, it's a direct skill set, can't be replaced by robotics and stuff in the future. It's an essential job. After you do all of that, then come back and say, see a financial aid advisor if possible. Usually if you have a Pell Grant, you'll have 6 years of Pell Grant. After 6 years, I think about like 35,000. Yeah, after you have about 35,000, I think, in Pell Grant. I don't know, 37,000. The numbers can change, but depending on the state I guess you're in. But you should have that much Pell Grant if you're a low income student. So what does that mean? You got 6 years to get your shit together. You got 6 years. You could do 2 years in a community college if you don't have the scores you want, and then you could do 2 year. You could transfer and do 2 years at a university. That's always an option. Some people don't know about that, but there you go. If you just want to do community college, get that degree. You get that degree in a technical skill, go to university, get you I would get a master's at a university technically at that point, but it's up to you, whatever you want to do. But just know that that's how much money you have to work with if you're a low income person and you're getting Pell Grant or whatever like that. But what you should do is you should look up whatever job industry you're trying to get into. Look up how many years it's going to take for me to get this degree, and what's the fastest way I can get this degree, or what's the fastest route I can take, easiest route I could take. When you figure that out, boom, go to college. If you could figure all that out in a summer or a few months, as soon as you figure all that out, go to college. Okay? And enjoy your experience while you're there. Learn as much as you can while you're there, but also pay attention to what is getting people ahead faster. Okay? And pay attention to, is my degree as essential, not something that I am like it's my dream job, but is it an essential job that I can pair with my interests and dreams and run with that? Don't let these people tell you, oh, what do you like, what are your dreams, and what's something that you think you're interested in. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you don't know, if you have to think about it, you need to research about it. Don't waste your time, and you definitely don't want to waste your money. You don't want to take out loans and stuff like this. You see how things are going with the whole debt relief thing and all. You don't want to take out unnecessary loans and debt and things like that. If you want to go through scholarships, that's also great. if you're prepared to work 2-3 jobs to avoid loans and things in college. Some of y'all are probably 18, 19 already with 2-3 jobs. So if you're that person, and you want to be educated, you want the degree, get the degree. I personally believe that having some education, proof of education, is at least 10 to 30% better than people who they have to just kind of like pull it all entirely with no proof of education, certification, or whatever like that. Even though I do believe that back in the day, right, I do believe that like you were 90% ahead of the pack. Yeah, that's a better way to say it. You're like 10 to 30% ahead of the pack with a degree in 2024 and going forward. Does that make sense? And back in the day, when you went to school before 2009, right? You were at least like 50 to 80% ahead of the pack. These are just generalized percentages, but that's just what I believe. So even if a degree nowadays is 10% to 30% ahead of the pack, I rather take chances on getting that 10 to 30% and seeing what I could pull from it. Okay? Because you can still have opportunities and go back and get masters and other certifications, but do school smart. Listen to all these people who I haven't made a video on it yet, but there's other videos of people saying how to go to college the right way, smart. You could just type it in, and there's tons of people of all races, all backgrounds that will tell you verbatim how to make sure that degree and that money towards that degree is actually going to pay off 2024 and going forward. Okay, so I just wanted to make that quick video. What I think about college, is it still worth it? Chime in, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share, do all of that stuff. If you're a college student, shout out your college, where are you going, your dorm life, you're living in the dorms, yeah, all that good stuff. Also, if you finish college, you're done with college, and you're successfully landing jobs and getting experience and things like that, talk about how you gain internships, talk about how you gained tips on how to gain access to industries and stuff, and definitely help out the people who are just starting with college. We're gonna treat it like it's still a very beautiful, positive experience, and not too negative about doom and gloom this one. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one.